Hi, I'm Cliff Hagan, President of Protectors of Pine Oak Woods, and I'm excited to be here with you tonight in High Rock Park at the center of Staten Island's Green Belt to share with you a nocturnal experience for the Night Science Discovery Kit. I'm with my friend Ed Burke, Deputy Borough President, and we're going to take a walk through the park. We're going to try and listen for, maybe attract some owls tonight, and listen for some insects, some frogs, and any other animals that we might be able to find here in the park tonight. So come on with us, please. So I'm not sure, Ed, if you could hear some of the tree frogs, the green tree frogs are just now starting to trill as the sun goes down.
Yeah, I heard that sound, but that is a tree frog.
That's green tree frogs, yeah.
I think that's a bird of some kind.
Yeah, it does sound quite a bit like a bird. And hopefully now, as the sun's going down, we'll get to hear some of the nocturnal birds, the owls. I will make a call here now because we have two species of owls that nest in the park. The screech owl, eastern screech owl, and the great horned owl. They are two of the 8 species of owls that are found on Staten Island. So I'll make the call of the screech owl, and usually, if they're close enough to hear me, they respond. I'm not sure if it's territorial. I don't know what their motivation is, if they're angry with me, or if it's courtship, if it's love. I'm not sure why, but they respond if they hear me. So what we'll do tonight as we're walking, we'll stop every once in a while and I'll call, and hopefully we'll get close enough to an owl to hear.
Well, this Staten Island has to hear. Cliff Hagan screeching.
Yes. Though that's the thing about owls. They don't necessarily screech. The screech owl whistles.
Yeah.
Sounds more like a horse than a screech. Though the barn owl has a terrible screech.
Really?
A haunting scream, actually, blood-curdling scream.
So in the movie My Cousin Vinny, when they have that scene with the screech owl making that horrific sound, it's probably
a barn owl, yeah. Very few owls hoot. They bark, they whistle, they whine.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
So for the typical Staten Islander out on an owl hike, they may be thinking, waiting for that distinctive hoo that they've seen in the movies.
Yes.
But that's not the case.
Very rarely do we hear that.
Yeah, you have a great ear for the bird sounds. And how did you train that ear to know these various species by their call?
Like anything else, time. Just put time into it. Practice, practice, practice.
We should tell viewers that it is the day after 4th of July. And so
yes, we should be aware of that.
Some enormous frog in the trees or some strange wildlife.
It's not a booming deer. No, those are fireworks in the distance. So let me do some whistling here. I hear some wind in the leaves. I hear a green frog down in the swamp here, just clucked, almost like they call it a banjo frog because it sounds like somebody pulling a banjo string. We'll hear those as well. But I'll whistle. And then we wait. So it might be of interest. This is the first owl prowl I've done since February. The owls, the great horned owls, the screech owls, they begin to nest in the middle of winter. So in March, they're sitting on eggs. In April, they rear their young, they fledge. So we try not to do any of these owl prowls. We don't want to interfere with their natural cycle. But now they're fledged. They're pretty well independent of their adults. So it's okay to go out and try and respond with them and get their attention a little bit. Yeah.
So that's a pretty early nester in terms of birds.
Yeah, so we have a Christmas bird count every year, the week before Christmas. And we come out here for the great horned owls. There's usually a pair or two in High Rock Park. And they are in full courtship at that time, hooting, trying to establish a pair, establish a territory, because by January, they're sitting on eggs in a nest.
That is awesome.
Yeah, so...
Staten Islanders should know how beneficial owls are. I think many people do, but just in terms of, consuming rodents, that is enormously beneficial, particularly when we talk about not only the balance of nature in our woodlands, but also for Lyme disease, because the bacterium for Lyme disease is found in rodents.
They are a host for the ticks and for the bacteria.
So talk a little bit about the owl's role in the ecosystem.
Sure, the owls, nocturnal hunters, audiological hunters, they listen for their food under the leaf litter, under the snowpack. and they consume, as you said, chipmunks and mice and shrews and voles and moles and rats, and we have a lot of small mammals here on Staten Island. They'll also take small birds, frogs, they'll take anything that's available to them. We have 3 species that nest on Staten Island: the barn owl, the great horned owl, and the screech owl. In the Greenbelt, we have a number of pair of great horned owl, and the screech owls are all over Staten Island. And as we're walking, I think I hear some screech owls over here. Let me call again as we walk a little bit. Like I said, we have to get close enough for them to hear me in order for them to respond. Oh, we have a pair. There's 2. There's one chirling and one whistling. So I hope everybody enjoyed their time here in the park tonight. We heard those screech owls. That was a terrific experience. There's a chorus of green frogs. There's a chorus of gray tree frogs in the distance, a couple of bullfrogs. What a terrific night here in High Rock Park at the heart of the Greenbelt. I appreciate my friend Ed Burke coming along with us tonight. Don't necessarily appreciate the fireworks, but that's the cost of living here on Staten Island. And so I encourage everybody, get involved in the Staten Island Museum, the great programming they have there. Get involved in Protectors of Pine Oak Woods and our terrific programs. Each weekend we have nature walks in different areas on Staten Island. And please be sure to spend time in the wonderful parks here on Staten Island. Thank you.